Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you to today's session. We're going to discuss about demand gen, and along with me, I have my co-host for the session, Debankar. So I welcome you all to this session for today. Let me first introduce myself. So, my name is Siddharth, and I'll be one of your facilitators for today. I have a total of more than 8 plus years of experience within digital ads ecosystem, and I wish to kind of like engage with all of you and take you through what are Demandgen's most important capabilities. Along with me is Debankar, who's going to be the co-host for the session. I'll just hand it over to Debankar for a quick introduction, and then probably we'll take it away from there. Over to you, Debankar.
Thank you, Sudhar, for pulling me in. Hello and welcome everyone to today's session. Just a quick introduction about me. I work alongside Siddharth, and I've been associated with Google specific products, be it Google Analytics, Performance Max, Demand Gen, right? Since the last 5 years, and then we are super happy to be taking today's session with you. I hope you find the session fruitful as well. So that I think I'll give it over to you again, and then I'll again come back in the second section of today's session.
Thanks, Debankar. Thank you so much. All right. Now, before we begin to deep dive into demand gen, let me tell you how the overall agenda for the session and how do we plan to take the session forward. We'll be talking about why demand gen, what are the new features within demand gen, also some of the advertiser success, which will give you as to how some of the advertisers have benefited by using demand gen as part of their overall digital ad strategy. And then a very important topic and a very relevant topic, which is video action to demand gen upgrade that is happening, and campaign guidance and best practices. So the last two sections will be taken up by Debankar. Uh, all right. So that's how we plan to divide the entire session. Now, let us understand why demand gen, right? And the most important thing when we talk about demand gen as a campaign type is that it is able to create and convert demand, right? So, so it is an important, and this is one of the most important taglines for you to, understand demand gen as a product in a nutshell. Is that it will help you not just create demand, but also convert the demand that comes in, right? And it will be important in your overall digital ad strategy, where you have different products for different acting for different stages of the funnel overall. uh, you have search, you have performance max, right? Alongside that, you will also have demand gen, right? Now, the important thing before we begin to discuss, the details about demand gen as a product, is that let us see how the customers are basically divided in the entire digital ads ecosystem, right? So today, if you want to grow your business beyond what you can capture, right, you will have to understand how the overall customer, cycle is, or the overall customer universe is divided, right? So on the periphery are those who are sitting and they may not have decided to, kind of like look into a particular purchase or a particular service that they want to buy, right? These are the untapped opportunities, right? And then we have the those particular customers who are also taking interest in a particular specific set of products, but they have really not made up their mind as to what they want to go in for, right? And then we have the final set of customers who are very high on intent, and they are very clear as to what are the decisions that they are going to make, right? Now, overall, in this particular entire universe, it is extremely important that we are able to capture the right opportunities, not just capture those opportunities, but we are also able to see that any untapped opportunities that are going beyond search ads, because search ads are definitely going to tap into all of those customers who are very high intent, because they definitely are going to go ahead and start searching for a product right away, right? So they are high on intent, but it is important for us to also understand that there could be existing opportunities within the set of customers who may not have made up their minds yet, right? And these customers may be driven by certain behaviors. These customers might want to, kind of like take a look into a particular product and then decide whether they want to go ahead and buy a particular product, right? So it's important for us to be able to capture consumers early on in the journey, in the overall customer journey, and also very important for us to be available where the customers are, right? So if we want to grow our overall sales, and we want to grow our overall ROIs from the digital ads spends that we are trying to drive, it is important that we are not just targeting those consumers that are high on intent, but also those consumers who may not have made up their mind, or who may be interested in a particular product, given the point that they are presented with a similar kind of opportunities that they can see while they are streaming, scrolling, or searching, right? So those are some very important behaviors that consumers today tend to display, that they are not just there to search for a particular product, they're also there to stream, they're also there to scroll, right? So if you see the advent of YouTube shorts, in a way, right, it is getting a lot of engagement, right? And that is because consumers today, the consumer behavior has shifted a little, right? And what we see is that, consumers are no longer intent on just staying on one particular platform. Their overall behavior has become very cross platform, right? And so, while we were looking at a lot of consumer studies, we actually came across this amazing insight, right? And what we saw is that, today, the overall consumer journey from awareness to conversion is very non-linear, right? So what happens is, basically, more than half of the customers say they find themselves browsing online and discovering new products and brands when they didn't expect to, right? And also, the overall change in the non-linearity of the consumer is important to understand, because as advertisers, we should be cognizant of the fact that overall the consumer behavior is actually changing, right? And what this basically change in consumer behavior presents us with an opportunity, right? And the business opportunity that we get is that if we are able to meet a consumer early on in the journey, we are able to tap into uh, very important consumers, and we are able to improve our overall uh, conversions as well. Not just that, we are also able to gather a lot of consumers who are still in the consideration stage, right? So what we basically say is that it's the middle of the funnel is where the consumer is at a consideration stage, where they may not have made their mind completely over a particular product, but they are considering a couple of brands right now, and deciding whether they want to, buy a particular product from a particular brand, right? So that is where we need to meet the customer. We need to be able to create an engaging platform with the customer. We need to take the consumer's attention. We need to vie for the consumer's attention, and then being able to use some storytelling elements, some creative elements, some thumb stopping moments, where we can actually engage with the customer and then convert them over a period of time, right? And that is what brands need to do, right? They need to be where it matters, actually. So you meet the customer early on in the journey, right? Consumers are different, displaying different behaviors, as illustrated in this particular set of diagrams. If you see, they are not just, they're not just searching, they're also on the mails, they're also on social media, they're also trying to share a lot of content, they're also streaming at the same time, they're scrolling, right? These are some important behaviors that they are displaying overall, right? And you are able to influence purchase decisions when the consumers are displaying these behaviors, like browsing, watching, scrolling, right? And basically, what you need to do is you need to spark action and conversions in these moments of discovery, right? And as advertisers, we need to be cognizant of this fundamental shift in consumer behavior and act accordingly, and see what are those basically tools that are available for us, so that can help us meet these particular challenges. Now, one thing that is very important is that if we are looking to engage with the consumers, we need to be able to connect with them, right? And this connection can actually come when we are able to provide with them with a lot of storytelling elements within our creatives. So first of all, our overall engagement with the consumers should have a lot of creatives, because creatives convert, they do tend to kind of like create a connect with the audience. And at the same time, there should be a storytelling element to it. There should be something that is immersive and engaging, so that the customer gets hooked onto it and starts wanting to engage with the consumer and gets interested. So there will be certain audiences which are high on intent, and there will be certain audiences within your overall pool which will be high on interest, right? So let's suppose there is somebody who's very interested in a sports like lawn tennis, right? And if you are able to provide an engaging uh, uh, you know engaging ad campaign that talks about tennis in a very storytelling fashion, definitely that is going to catch his attention. So he may not be high on intent, but because it was something that was similar to his interest, he would like to consume that particular ad. He would like to scroll and engage with the particular audience, with the particular campaign, and see where it takes. And one of the most important platforms to basically engage with the audience is YouTube. Now what we see is that against all of its overall other social competitors, one of the striking things about YouTube is that it not just has the maximum number of subscribers, right? It also has the highest amount of average time a user spends on the platform, right? So we did a study, and we found that YouTube is not just beating in terms of the overall strength of subscribers, but also, so basically what it tells is that the consumers are extremely highly engaged. And not just that, consumers are actually trusting YouTube as a platform, because YouTube actually started way back before other competitors came into the space, and also because of YouTube's overall strategies that have led to the consumers having a lot of trust on the platform. And this is what it reflects in the buying behavior as well. What it sees is that here are some numbers that are presented based on the research that we did. And we what we see is that online users are actually twice more likely to discover new products and brands on YouTube versus the traditional platforms, right? So the overall likelihood of a consumer coming onto YouTube to discover, and to display that particular intent or the user behavior of discovery comes on YouTube, right? And not just that, what we also see is that this behavior gets converted into action as well. We see that online users are actually 67% more likely to buy a product after seeing it as an ad on YouTube, right, versus other social platforms. So what we see is that the overall engagement, high level of engagement, plus the huge number of subscribers gives YouTube as a platform a definitive edge, a very important competitive edge when it comes to be able to engage with consumers and to be able to convert them online. This is where demand gen basically comes into the picture, right? And what is the tagline of demand gen? Create and convert demand when consumers aren't even searching for you, right? So basically, any consumer who's not even searching for you, through demand gen you can actually meet these consumers who you may be able to convert them, right? And through the power of AI, along with controls, right? So you just are not expanding through the power of artificial intelligence, but you also have the added layer of controls over top of it. And that is something that we will see as an extension in the coming slides, as to how you can actually control, have greater control. Now let us understand what is new with demand. Now, three important benefits that you get when you start advertising through demand gen, right? First of all, you are able to unlock new demand. Now, as you know, demand gen is surfacing on different surfaces within Google, and these are all very immersive, creative first surfaces of Google. Through these particular surfaces, you are able to unlock new demand because these particular surfaces, like YouTube, have a huge customer base, right? And because of this, you get the competitive edge of being able to add on to your overall, base of consumers. At the same time, you're also able to create deeper connections because you are able to serve tailored ads to your audiences. With the overall audience solutions that Demandgen has, along with the overall available AI controls that you have along with it, that means that you can now scale your overall engagement. At the same time, you can be very targeted with the kind of creatives or the messaging that you want to convey to different sets of audiences that you have, right? At the same time, also build on your ad audiences, uh, expand on your audiences, right? And then you are able to turn this discovery into sales because you are able to boost your online ads and omni-channel sales and prove the incremental impact. Now, through the overall, bidding strategies that are available within Demandgen, you will be able to turn this new consumer base or this new consumers that you get within the discovery stage into sales, right? And what is, and as we said in the beginning, right, that demand gen is not just for creating demand, it is also an important tool for you to convert demand, just like search or PMAX. Now, this is where when we were talking about unlocking new demand, uh, some of the important surfaces where demand gen can serve on YouTube, on Discover, and as well as Gmail. And what we know is that all these three surfaces are extremely visually immersive. Right? Apart from that, the capability to serve on YouTube Shorts. Now, within YouTube Shorts, we can see that you can actually have a huge extended reach of more than 3 billion plus users monthly across YouTube who are there to stream, scroll, and connect. So this gives you the complete capability or a competitive advantage to engage with a very wide variety and very wide set of audiences, right? And these consumers, within these consumers, lies the opportunity for you to, expand on your overall audience sets. Now let us see where all within YouTube is demand gen available. So definitely on shorts, in stream ads, as well as feeds. Apart from that, where else you will be able to serve demand gen ads onto Discover feed as well as your Gmail and on Google Video Partners that has been recently added. So all of these particular surfaces that you see are strategically extremely visually immersive. So you will be able to place a lot of visually immersive thumb stopping creatives that you will be able to place on these particular surfaces where the consumer is coming to stream, scroll, connect, and engage, and you will be able to tap into these audiences and improve your overall digital sales. Now, apart from that, demand gen can also, link with your GMC feeds, right? So you can actually link your product feeds. In fact, within shopping feeds, you can also provide your overall GMC images along with a hero image or a hero video. Through this, you can actually turn your demand gen campaign into a virtual storefront where one of the influencers can come and convey the message to the relevant audience. And then at the same time, you will have your feed images will be shown as a carousel in the bottom of the page using important valuable real estate. And at the same time, you will also have the capability that the consumer does not have to leave the campaign and go into a new page. So basically, once as a new feature, Basically, once you click on the shopping feed, you would actually be also be able to see the overall product linking page. You will be able to see the product detail page within this particular window itself. Now, apart from this, a very important enhancement within demand gen that has come in. If you remember, earlier than this, we had something called creative preferences, where as an advertiser, you were able to pin a particular format where you wanted to show your ads, and so demand gen would actually prefer or prioritize that particular format. But now with channel controls, you get an added advantage. Now with channel controls, you would actually be able to select which particular format within demand gen surfaces you want to display your ads on. Let's suppose you want to create a specific set of creatives for a campaign that you want to run only for YouTube Shorts. That will be possible through channel controls within demand gen, right? So demand gen does not only give you the AI capabilities of being able to present yourself on all of the visually immersive channels and inventories within Google. It also gives you the controls, and this is why we said in the beginning that demand gen is not just AI powered; it is AI powered with controls. Now, another very important feature that I want to bring to your attention, which is the power of engaging with your most valuable audiences through lookalike segments. Now, through lookalike segments, you would actually be able to target specific audiences along with controls. So, what is lookalike audiences? So basically, what you have to do is you have to provide your own list of first-party data, and through a seed list, you would be actually be able to present your list of customers, and Google will use artificial intelligence to be able to find untapped opportunities within its set of audiences to see which are those customers which are most likely or similar in characteristics to the seed list customers that you have provided, right? So based on the seed list, it will try and see that it can expand overall the using the lookalike segment with those particular audiences which have a very similar characteristics to the seed list that you have provided, right? And there are some great use cases for this. You could actually use this in order to uh, you know tap into or target a specific niche category of customers that give you a very high overall conversion value, right? And if there are certain niche categories, you can definitely use that. Even otherwise, when you are targeting your customers and you have a good set of audiences from before, it will only help you by using lookalike audience to expand your overall audience set and looking into this thing. But lookalike audience also comes with controls. So with lookalike segments, advertisers find new and relevant customers similar to customers seed audience to help achieve campaign success. Add your seed list and choose how much you want to expand, right? This is where the controls come in. You can actually add up to 10 seed lists, right? And also beyond that, you can actually configure whether you want to go for a narrow, balanced, or broad targeting, right? With narrow targeting, you would actually be targeting for maximum similarity, whereas you will be letting go of reach. While with broad, you would actually be letting go of similarity, but will expand your overall targeting. Now, apart from this, you can also drive better performance with creatives. One of the important capabilities within Demandgen, as we saw and as we told you, it is a very creative first, campaign type. You can run basically video and image within one campaign. You can add product feeds and travel feeds. You can also do a lot of A/B experiments, and through A/B experiments, you can actually try and understand what are those assets that work the best for you, for your set of customers, and even leverage on video enhancements, which will allow you to flip your original videos and convert them into new videos with different aspect ratios. Apart from this, a very important thing that we want to share with you as an example is that adding a vertical video to demand gen campaigns leads to more than 35% increase in conversions on shorts, right? And the banker will be talking about all of the best practices going on in the later part of the session. But this is an important snippet that we want to leave to you, that vertical video are actually extremely important and capable in terms of the overall delivery of demand gen campaigns. Also, you will be able to achieve a wide range of actions through demand gen, right? So in terms of the conversion of intent, you would actually be able to use maximize conversions or the bidding strategies, the smart bidding strategies like target CPA, in terms of increasing your sales and leads. Whereas through target ROAS, you would actually be able to optimize towards conversion values, right? You would also be able to spark discovery and intent, right? Through maximize clicks as a particular bidding strategy, which is there in demand gen. You would actually be able to optimize towards traffics, right? So you want to get more and more traffic onto your website. If that is your agenda, then you can use maximize clicks as a bidding strategy, right? And apart from that, you can also use engagements as well as conversions. Apart from this, you would also have the power of this and the lift studies and the ROI measurement tools. And these are going to be extremely important because through these tools, you would actually be able to understand as an advertiser and to be able to also show to your client the value of demand gen, the kind of engagement in terms of the brand lift or the search lift or the conversion lift that demand gen is bringing in as a campaign type, right? In fact, what we see is that we also see that while you pair your demand gen with other products, you actually see complementary efforts, complementary results. So what we see is that advertisers actually see 14% more conversions on average when they added demand gen to their search or PMAX campaigns, right? So as demand gen sits lower in the funnel, it actually complements both search and PMAX. And when you use demand gen with its own capabilities of being able to be present on very specific, immersive, creative first channels, and the overall power of being able to leverage AI with controls along with audience solutions that it has, you know, it becomes a very capable tool of being able to implement or to be able to augment your overall search of PMAX strategy, right? And apart from that, what we see is that 86% of online advertisers report using demand gen are satisfied with the results they receive from demand gen campaigns. All right. At this point of time, I would like to invite the banker to take you through for the rest of the session.
Perfect. All right. Can I take control of the presentation as well, Siddharth? Um,
Sure.
all right. All right. We'll just give it some time and then perfect. I think my screen should be visible now. All right. I think we are good to go there. Um, Perfect. Cool. All right. So we'll just quickly see a case study wherein uh, perfect. I think we are good now. All right. All right, so we'll quickly explore an exciting development in Google Ads there, right? The evolution of video action campaigns into demand gen campaigns as well. But then before that, we'll actually quickly take a look at one of the case studies there, right? Now, this case study features a Swift. a young, innovative furniture brand that introduces its revolutionary sofa in a box in 2028, right? Now, this brand faced a unique challenge. While they initially focused on lower conversion funnels with their Google Ads campaign, they discovered that the customer journey for that furniture could be quite long, right? Spanning up to 14 weeks. Now, this meant that customers needed multiple touch points and a longer nurturing period before making a purchase decision. Now, to address this, Swift adopted a multi pronged approach. They embraced demand gen campaigns and also performance max campaigns to simplify their ad setup and leverage Google's AI to reach customers across various touch points. And recognizing the importance of visual storytelling, this brand also doubled down on demand gen campaigns specifically, utilizing their high quality videos, their creatives across YouTube, Gmail, and Discovery. Now, this allowed them to connect with potential customers earlier in their journey and build brand awareness. And the results were actually impressive. Swift actually generated and achieved a remarkable 76% increase in Google driven revenue, accompanied by a 50% increase in robust efficiency. Right now, this success actually demonstrates the power of a combined approach, which is basically leveraging performance max for efficiency and also demand gen campaigns for impactful storytelling there. We'll keep moving forward. Now we'll quickly take a look at video action to demand gen upgrade. Now, perfect. Give me a second. All right. Now, demand gen campaigns would no longer, so we would no longer have video action campaigns from April 2025, and from July, all the existing video action campaigns will automatically upgrade to demand gen. Now, this upgrade builds upon the success of video action campaigns and again, incorporating new features and capabilities to enhance your demand generation efforts. Essentially, demand gen leverages the familiar video action campaign framework, adding new dimensions for greater reach and impact. So here, if you on the screen, if you look at the plan stage, that still remains robust, allowing you to plan your campaigns with precision. And you can still utilize tools like Reach Planner and Performance Planner to define your goals and target the right audience. Most importantly, you can now also have the flexibility to choose the right creative format, including a dedicated video only option and the ability to also incorporate product feeds for targeted product promotions. That is something that you did not have right now. The buy stage is where demand gen would basically offer enhanced capabilities. You can continue to leverage powerful conversion bidding strategies, including target CPA, maximize conversions, target ROAS, and maximize conversion value as well, basically to optimize your campaigns for desired outcomes. Additionally, you can also now utilize omni-channel bidding, including bidding for YouTube engagements, which is currently in beta right now, to overall maximize your reach and impact across different platforms. Furthermore, you also have greater control over your audiences, which with features like contextual targeting, which is basically something called allow list in our language as well, and also support for sensitive verticals, ensuring that your ads appear in suitable environments. And finally, the measure stage offers enhanced measurement capabilities. You can continue to track key metrics like your brand lift or your search lift or your conversion lift as well. Additionally, you can now also have access to third-party brand safety reporting and floodlight support for DV360 and Campaign Manager 360, with SA360 support as well coming soon, right? For comprehensive campaign performance analysis. Now, a key highlight of this upgrade is the introduction of demand gen video only campaigns, right? On average, advertisers who have run video ads with demand gen campaigns have seen similar conversion volume to their video action campaigns at a similar cost per acquisition. So this makes a lot of sense to upgrade there, right? Now, this demonstrates the effectiveness of this new approach in driving valuable outcomes. Cool. Now let's dive deeper into some of the exciting new features that have been introduced with the demand gen upgrade. Now, these enhancements empower you to create more impactful and engaging campaigns. So first, we have expanded creative options. You can now run image ads alongside your video ads on Google's visual inventory. This allows you to reach a wider audience and showcase your brand in a more diverse way. You can also have the flexibility to choose the right creative format for your campaign, whether it's a video only campaign or a combination of video or video plus image ads. Furthermore, you also have the ability to add image, carousel, and partnership ads to your campaigns, giving you greater creative flexibility. Now, one particularly exciting feature is the ability to use generative AI to create custom and original image assets. And with just a few clicks, you can actually use text prompts to generate high quality images that align perfectly with your brand and campaign objective. Now, the impact of these expanded creative options is clear. Advertisers who uploaded both video and image assets to their demand gen campaigns always saw a 20% increase in their overall conversions in this, like at the same cost per action compared to those who uploaded video assets only. Now, this demonstrates the power of combining different creative formats to capture attention and drive engagement. Now that we understand the key features and benefits of demand gen campaigns, let's quickly explore how to exactly get started there. So this slide outlines the three ways to basically create your demand gen campaigns when we only talk about upgrading from VAC there, right? Now the first option is manual campaign creation. This approach is recommended for advertisers who want to fully utilize the unique features of demand gen and gain a deeper understanding of the new campaign instruction flow. And you will have complete control over every aspect of your campaign when you take this route. Now, the second option is to basically use copy paste. This is a convenient method for advertisers who want to quickly mirror their existing video action campaign settings in the new demand gen campaigns. This is also particularly useful when setting up multiple tests at scale. And it's also important to note that when using copy paste method, campaigns will be converted as video only, carrying over existing ad groups, your ads and assets as well. Now we have the third option as well, currently in available soon in the beta mode, which is basically the upgrade tool, and that will happen with time. Right now, this automated tool will seamlessly upgrade your existing video action campaigns to demand gen campaigns, as I mentioned in the month of July, preserving your historical data and settings for consistent performance there. Now, when you take this route, when the upgrade tool will again offer two conversion options. So the first option is basically where a campaign will be converted as video only, right? Carrying over existing ad groups, ads, and assets. And the option B is basically where the tool will consider campaign history to minimize the learning period for new demand gen campaign. And this automated approach will basically streamline the transition to demand gen and ensure a smooth and efficient campaign setup. I hope everyone is basically clear about this upgrade from video action campaigns to demand gen campaign. And with that being said, I think we will now get over to the general best practices for demand gen campaigns. Perfect. Now that we understand the capabilities of demand gen campaigns, and thanks to Siddharth, he has taken you through almost the overall overview of demand gen campaigns and how we are exactly positioning it. We'll now explore the essential steps to get started and ensure successful implementation. Right now, first and foremost, always define your goals. Clearly outline your campaign objectives. What are you exactly trying to achieve? Are you aiming to increase brand awareness or drive website traffic or generate leads, or maybe you are trying to boost sales? Now set specific and measurable key performance indicators always, which is always aligned with your goals as well. Now these KPIs could be derived from your existing social or video campaign performance to ensure consistency and comparability. Next, always make sure that you're choosing your audience, right? Leverage the power of Google and YouTube audiences to reach the consumers where it matters the most, right? Always make sure that you're utilizing lookalike segments built from high quality first party seed lists to basically expand your reach to similar valuable audiences. And employ optimized targeting as well. On top of that, it is basically an option to refine your audience selection and ensure that you are connecting with the right people. Finally, always bring your creative, leverage your existing social and video creatives, including images, short form videos, and even consider incorporating product feeds and partnership ads to basically drive deeper engagement. Make sure that we are always tailoring our ads to resonate with the target audience and effectively communicate your brand message. Right now, by following these steps and carefully planning your campaigns, you can lay the foundation for successful demand gen campaigns that deliver exceptional results. Now we'll get into each and every aspect of what we've discussed till now one by one. We've covered the foundational steps of getting started with demand gen campaigns, and now let's delve into audience best practices to maximize the overall impact. This slide clearly highlights key strategies for building a high performing campaign by leveraging strengths of demand gen and Google's AI. Right now, the first step is basically to build a profile to drive remarketing and teach AI about your customers. Now, this involves utilizing first party data such as customer match, remarketing lists, and creating custom segments using your top performing search keywords. Now, this information helps Google's AI to learn a bit better and more about your ideal customer and tailor your campaigns accordingly. Next, we can always leverage Google's AI to expand our reach. We can always use Google's AI for prospecting and to find new customers and drive conversions. Alternatively, we can utilize lookalike segments, and Siddharth has actually explained pretty well how lookalike audiences work. So, lookalike audiences can be also used to reach audiences similar to your existing customers. And for even more refined targeting, we can always use optimized targeting, which leverages Google's AI to identify the most relevant audience for your campaign objective. Now we'll quickly look into bid and budget or best practices to maximize the performance of your demand gen campaigns there. Now, this slide highlights key considerations for your settings of your bids and budgets to achieve your campaign objectives. Now, here the first step is to choose the right bidding strategy that serves your marketing objective clearly. If your goal is to drive sales or leads, consider strategies like target CPA, target ROAS, maximize conversions, or maximize conversion value. And if your primary objective is to increase traffic, you can always use maximize clicks bidding, and that could be more suitable in that case. Next, campaign budgets that will always compete in Google auctions, right? It should always be eligible. So a minimum budget of $100 per day per campaign is generally something that we recommend to ensure that your ads have sufficient visibility. Alternatively, you can also use reach and performance planner estimates to always determine an appropriate budget based on your campaign goals and target audience. Now we'll quickly look at and shift our focus to the creative best practices for demand gen campaigns. Now, this is my favorite slide. This is super important. High quality creatives are super crucial for capturing attention, driving engagement, and ultimately achieving your campaign objectives, right? So here, first off, let's always focus on maximizing AI driven and AI-driven ad opportunities with formats there, right? And to do this, it's always recommended to include a variety of creative assets, including at least three horizontal videos, three vertical videos, and three images. Now, this allows Google's AI to select the most effective and best ad format for each placement and maximize your overall reach and engagement. Next, let's always make sure that we are optimizing the creatives for Google's AI. This involves ensuring that your creatives always meet certain quality standards. Aim for an ad strength of good or excellent. Alternatively, you can also conduct A/B experimentations pre-launch, obviously, to test different creative variations and identify the most effective combinations. Now, accurate measurement is also crucial for understanding campaign performance and making data driven optimization. So, this slide clearly highlights key strategies to ensure you are accurately tracking and measuring the impact of your demand gen campaign. So, here the first step is always to set up tags that cover the customer journey there, right? Now, this involves adding the conversion tracking tag to every page of your website to capture valuable data about your user interactions. Additionally, including Firebase app conversions can always provide a more comprehensive view of your user behavior across devices. Next up, we let's always make sure that we are using AI-driven conversion features to always upgrade your reporting. Right now, this includes leveraging enhanced conversions or enhanced conversion for leads, right? Which is something called EC, enhanced conversion. I'll call it that. And again, to improve the overall accuracy of your conversion data, implementing data driven attribution provides a more holistic view of the customer journey by understanding the impact of multiple touch points across different channels. And finalizing the overall setup by utilizing cross account conversion tracking basically allows you to track conversions across different Google Ads accounts, right? Providing a more comprehensive picture of your overall campaign performance. Now, let's quickly look into the optimization best practices to ensure that your demand gen campaigns are running at peak performance. Now, first, let's always set up AI-friendly campaigns that are optimized to serve. Now, this involves ensuring your campaigns are structured in a way that Google's AI is always effectively learning and optimizing, right? Which also includes limiting the overall bid changes to plus minus 15% during a campaign when it is actually collecting at least 50 conversions to exit the learning phase, and consolidating your overall ad groups with fewer than 30 conversions in 30 days. That is basically the best practice, right? Next, always let's leverage feeds to promote your products to shoppers. Using product feeds, especially those with a cover image and video, allows you to showcase your products dynamically and engage shoppers more effectively. And it's always recommended to have at least 50 products ready to serve through your Google Merchant Center feed. Now, in summary, we have again explored the power of demand gen campaigns in driving business growth and achieving marketing objectives, right? So we'll just summarize everything again. Here, the first key takeaway is to basically the ability to grow beyond those already searching for your brand, right? It is always a push for a form of marketing that works the best for you when people do not really know about your brand. Now, demand gen campaigns leverages the power of Google and YouTube's vast reach to unlock new demand across a wide range of virtual and your visual surfaces there, right? Now, this allows you to connect with more potential customers who may not be actively searching for your products or services. And obviously, this strategy expands your reach and identifies new opportunities for growth. Second, we also learned about the importance of curating your campaign specific to your overall marketing objective and targeting persona. And by leveraging lookalike audiences, utilizing vertical videos to drive engagement, you can always ensure that your campaigns always reach the right audience at the right time with the right obvious ad and message. And finally, we emphasize the power of driving results with performance powered by AI. Plus flexible controls across channels, targetings, and creatives. Now, here, Google's AI-powered technologies optimize your campaigns in real time while you retain control over your targeting, bidding, and creative strategies. Right now, this combination of human expertise and machine learning unlocks the overall full potential of your demand gen campaigns. And in conclusion, by implementing these key takeaways and leveraging the power of demand gen, you can build a strong brand awareness, generate high quality leads, and also drive significant business growth. And with that being said, I think we are at the end of the session today. I think I would like to again pull in Siddharth if there is anything that you wanted to add there. But I think that's how we are ending the session today. I hope we were able to make a lot of doubts clear, and we were able to update you with the recent launches when it comes to demand gen. But um, thanks for having us today. I think Siddharth is here. Siddharth, over
Yeah,
to you.
thank you, everyone. See you. Bye bye. Hope you found the session useful.
Thank you, everyone.